The recent death of a college student is making headlines across South Korea for weeks as mystery continues to grow behind his disappearance and death. On April 30th, a 22-year-old medical student named 손정민 was found dead in the Han River. Son was last seen asleep at the Riverside Park in Pampo by his friend who drank with him from about 11 p.m. on April 24th until early the next day. The two reportedly fell asleep at the park after drinking, but the friend woke up at around 4:30 a.m. and left the park alone, thinking that Son had already gone home. However, Son did not return home and went missing since then. Son's parents reported him missing to the police and posted placards around the park seeking any information from witnesses. Then, 5 days later, despite the efforts devoted by the families, Son was found dead in the Han River. While the case seemed to be an accident at first glance, various unsolved questions began to arise regarding Son's death. Above all, Son's father said in an interview that he just wants to find out one thing: how Son's body ended up in the river. Son exchanged messages with his mother until about 1:30 a.m. and posted a video on Instagram of him and his friend dancing at around 1:50 a.m. The father said he's sure that Son wouldn't have walked into the water on his own. Thus, an autopsy was conducted at the request of Son's family as 2 wounds were found behind his left ear, although they were not the direct cause of death. Further results of the autopsy are to come out within this week or later next week. More questions were raised when it was revealed that Son's friend had returned home with Son's cell phone the night they drank together. The friend reportedly claimed that he was not aware of the fact that their phones were switched because he was too drunk. Lastly, the most questionable part is that Son's friend had thrown away the shoes he was wearing on the day Son disappeared simply because they were dirty. It was also reported that the friend called his parents after realizing that Son was missing instead of calling the police or Son's parents for help. After receiving his call, the friend's parents came to the Han River Park to search for Son together. Given all the small pieces of evidence, netizens began to raise suspicions about Son's friend, saying there are so many things that they don't understand about the friend's behaviors. However, since there were no surveillance cameras in the area, details are yet to be found about what exactly happened to Son on that night. A national petition was filed online asking for the police department to solve this case properly and to formally investigate Son's friend. The petition has now garnered over 400,000 signatures. The netizens who have taken the case upon themselves to solve the mystery quickly took to social media with their own theories about Son's death, giving rise to unfounded rumors and speculations.